It's the final stretch of 2024, and you have less than 80 days to be the woman you said you'd be at the top of the year. So the question is, are you there, sis? Because if not, girl, we really need to sit down and have a talk. If you're really serious about glowing up, if you're really serious about stepping into the woman that you were destined to be, it's time to take action, and it's time to take action now. Not next week, not next month, and definitely not January 1st, 2025. Now, this video isn't another video about just setting goals. This video is more about doing the hard things that need to be done in order for you to reach the goals that you want to reach. This video is for the woman who really wants change. They are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're looking back at their life in 2024 and realizing like they do not want to walk into 2025 the same way they walked into 2024. They are ready to do all of the things. They're ready to let go of all of the excuses. And they recognize now that their life is a direct reflection of the things that they have done around them to contribute to where they are today. If you're not that woman, no problem. You got to click off this video. I want the woman who wants change, who seeks change. If you clicked on this video, then you're looking for something and you're meant to be here. So you might be wondering, why do I need to start now? The holidays are coming up, Christmas is coming up, Thanksgiving. Well, I'm gonna be traveling and da-da-da. I don't wanna really start a diet now because excuses, 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 excuses. The reason why you have to start now is because you don't wanna walk into 2025 trying to become the best version of yourself. You wanna be well on your way. Do you know that 80% of people abandon their New Year's resolutions by February? That means that only 20% go on to continue on their New Year's resolution. Do you want to be the 80% or do you want to be the 20%? Yeah, you want to be. If you don't want to be the 20%, then like I said, exit stage left. We don't have the time. Now is not the time to get comfortable. You've been comfortable all year. Or matter of fact, better yet, you haven't been comfortable. There's no way you've been comfortable, especially if you're not who you want to be. You've been uncomfortable all year. Well, baby, choose the level of uncomfort you're willing to have. What's waking up a little extra early, working hard, being disciplined, staying consistent? How uncomfortable is that versus the life that you're currently living that you're not happy with? Choose your level of uncomfort. It's not that difficult of a decision. What you need to do is attribute the pain that you're going to go through now to the pleasure that's on the other side of it. The pleasure is what should keep you going, not the motivation. The motivation ain't going to keep you there, baby. I'm going to tell you right now, motivation is fleeting. It comes and it goes. Sometimes you get up and you're like, yeah, I'm motivated. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Some days you're going to wake up and you're going to feel like a train hit you. The question is, what are you going to do when that happens? Are you going to get up anyway? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. You're going to get up anyway, and you are going to do those things anyway. I need you to do this. I need you to take a look at your environment right now because your environment matters. Who's in it? Who do you hang out with every day? What are you taking in every single day? What are you watching on TV? What's your favorite show right now? Do you know all the celebrity news and gossip? Do you know everything that's going on in everybody's business? How much time do you spend on the phone with your friend gossiping about other women in your neighborhood or that you grew up with in high school? How much time do you spend trying to figure out what somebody else that you used to know back in the day is doing in their life right now? How successful they might be? How much time do you spend doing that? If you're doing that at all right now, baby, I'm going to need you to reel it back. I'm going to need you to reel it back. That is a waste of time. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. Your obsession right now should be with you being the best version of yourself. That should be the only thing that's on your mind, aside from obviously your family and other important matters like that. But if your environment and the people that you hang around are not in alignment with who you want to be deep down inside, then you need to change your environment. Take note of the type of people that you hang around. Who are you hanging around? If you mention to them that, I don't know, you have a goal or you have a dream or you want to do something, you have aspirations for something. If you tell them something like, hey girl, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to go for a walk. Or you know what, I don't want to eat Popeyes today. I'm really trying to watch what I eat. And you get a response like,
Since when you don't eat Popeyes? Girl, you're not gonna wake up tomorrow and go on a walk.
if you get that type of response, baby, red flag. You need to be around women who applaud that. If the response isn't, oh, that's what's up, girl, like, let me know what you're doing. Like, I want to do it too. What are you on? If you're not hanging around someone like that, girl, think about that. Think about that. Is that really your friend? A friend who doesn't immediately cheer you on or encourage you, is she really a friend, sis? Take inventory of your space. Take inventory of what you take in. Your diet isn't just what you eat. I saw that quote the other day. Your diet isn't just what you eat. It's who you hang around, and it's what you take in every single day. You don't need permission. You do not need permission to glow up and to level up, okay? Stop looking for validation from other people, whether it's okay for you to move up some tiers. You might leave some people behind. Not everybody is meant to come with, and that's okay. You're not taking away from anybody by moving up in life. And you might find that you're going to lose some friends. Some people are not going to relate to you anymore. And the reason why they're not going to relate to you is not because you've changed in this instrumental way and you've become this nasty demon. Nah, people love to use that. Oh, girl, you changed. Yeah, I changed. I'm being more positive. I'm doing things that are more healthy for my body. Okay, I'm trying to reach goals and aspirations so that way when I wake up in the morning, I feel good. I feel fulfilled. We were not meant to be put on this earth to sit here and be complacent. We were not. That's the reason why people have goals, to reach them. The reason why I feel so good to reach a goal is because you know that you had to stay consistent and you had to do things even when you didn't want to in order to reach it. So that when you reach it, oh my God, you're like, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need permission. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. All you need is the desire. Leave everything else behind. You care too much if you're thinking about what other people think about your life. You care too much. I'm here to tell you to stop caring what other people think. Okay? The only opinion that matters is yours. And I mean that. Not everybody is for you being a better version of yourself. I hope you know that. That's family, friends, coworkers. I hope you know that. People will try to talk you out of being a better version of yourself because you being a better version of yourself makes it apparent to them that they're not being the best version of them. And it makes them feel bad. So in order for them to feel better, they're going to try to knock you down. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you that to prepare you so that when you know what's to come, not everybody's going to be on board with this. And you got to be okay with that. And when you start glowing up, when you start leveling up, when you start reaching goals, when you start really just blossoming into this beautiful version of yourself, people are going to be like,
oh, she thinks she all that.
No. You just pointed out to them that they're being complacent, they're being lazy, and they're comfortable where they are. They don't want to do the things, and they don't like that. They don't like that. I want you to take inventory of 2024 as well. Think about the things that you've been doing throughout the year. Have they realistically been contributing to a goal that you had, the original goal that you had at the top of the year? Have you really been doing the things that you were supposed to do consistently? Meaning that even if you had a hard day, you still got back to it? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. Because if you're not where you want to be right now as we speak, it's because you weren't really doing the things that needed to be done. No excuses. Literally, I hate to hear excuses. I used to be the queen of excuses. Everything was well, I can't do this now because, well, I can't do that because I was queen of excuses. The thing that comes along with excuses, the thing that happens when you decide to make excuses about the reasons why you won't make the changes necessary to be who you are, is you staying the same. I had this realization literally live on camera on one of my vlogs where I said I had to go back and figure out whether or not realistically I was doing the things necessary to become the woman that I wanted to be. And I realized that year after year after year after year after year, the reason why I was stuck in the same place because I was not doing the things. I wanted the things, but I wasn't taking any action to do the things. And I wasn't doing the things because I was lazy, comfortable, complacent, and I was using every excuse in the book as to why I couldn't do it. From heartache, heartbreak, had a bad day, it's too cold in the morning, oh, I really love my sleep, I don't want to wake up, this just takes too much work, it's going to take too long for me to do it, well, it's harder if I do it that way, and I just don't want to go through the hard thing, Well, then, guess what? I'm going to be in the same exact place I was the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. It's not until I started doing the things, whether they were hard or not, whether they took time or not, that my life started to change. Everything that you want is on the other side of you taking action and you getting over the fears. So this is what we're going to start doing now to set ourselves up for success for 2025. First things first, you're going to set a mini goal for the next 90 days that you can commit to, that you're going to do every single day for the next 90 days. And even if it's not something that has to be done every single day, whatever days you decide you're going to do said thing, you're going to do those things no matter what, even when you don't feel like it, because that's what discipline is. Okay? Motivation is cool. Discipline is everything. Okay? Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what's going to see you through. Make a goal, and I want you to break down that goal in small chunks over 30-day periods so that way you can keep compounding and adding on to it until you've gotten to where you want to be. Set realistic goals and stick to them. You need to set a routine. Setting a routine is crucial because when you set a routine as a human, you're going to look forward to that routine. You're going to get so used to doing certain things at certain times of the day that your body is going to crave it. It's going to crave it. Set yourself a morning routine, something that sets you up for success. It could be something as small as a skincare routine. It could be something as small as you waking up 30 minutes early so that way you can take a quick 15-minute walk around your neighborhood. It could be that small. It could be waking up extra early just to make sure you put effort into yourself so when you walk out the house, you feel confident. Whatever it is that you need to do, whatever routine you need to put into place, you need to start doing that every single day until it becomes a habit. It takes 66 days to form a habit. You got more than 66 days, okay? So you want to start doing that right now, not next week. Not next week. The proper day to start that is now, okay? The next thing you're gonna do is you're really gonna invest some time in some self-development. You're gonna choose a book every month for the next 3 months. You're gonna choose a book that you're gonna read on self-development over the next 30 days, and you're gonna start implementing things that you've learned in that book into your every single day life. As you add a book, I want you to take away something that's distracting you, like maybe an app where you're scrolling nonstop for hours at a time, not doing the things that you need to do, wasting away, looking at other people live their life, looking at all the funny little ha-ha jokes. I mean, that's cool and all. But when you wake up the next day and you look back at the previous day, can you honestly say that you did something to contribute to your own success? That's what I need you to do. The next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to declutter your space. I need you to take some time to get up, declutter, throw away the trash, clean your space so you can allow the positive energy to just flow through. You need that. Sometimes when we're depressed, we don't clean. So if you need help and you don't have the strength and you don't have the will to do it, pick up the phone and ask somebody who you love and who you trust, who loves you and wants to see you doing better. Ask them for help. I guarantee you they're going to come help if you're asking for help. If you can afford it, pay someone to come in and help you clean your home. You got to do whatever is necessary to reach the goal. This is balls to the walls. We don't have any more time. I don't know if y'all feel me, if y'all can feel me when I'm saying this to you. We're not going to go another year saying we're going to do something and then not doing it. Enough is enough. You've done that every year. It's time to be uncomfortable for the right reasons. If you need to disappear from now until the end of the year, disappear. No one's life is going to stop because you didn't comment on their picture on Instagram. Nobody's life is going to stop. I guarantee you. And I promise you, all the gossip, all the drama, everything that you're used to consuming is going to be there in 3 to 6 months when you decide to come back. I don't know why people find it so hard to give these things that are not contributing to their life success. They give it it holds so much weight. You don't need that. You don't need it. Don't let it trick you. It's meant to trick you. And this is coming from somebody who's on social media. It's not that I don't like social media, but it's that people aren't using it for the right things. If you can't control your timeline, if your timeline is making you angry, if you're coming across a post that pisses you off, then you need to keep your app closed. That'll mess your whole day up because you saw a post about how single moms aren't worthy enough to be in a relationship with a high value man. Now your whole day done messed up and you spent an hour going back and forth with Ray Ray, who's literally sleeping on a mattress that's on the floor. Delete the apps, sis. Work on yourself. So that way you are so sure of yourself, you're so confident in yourself that nothing anybody says triggers you because it doesn't apply. Everyone is worthy of love. Everyone is worthy of respect. And you don't need another app or something trying to insert their opinions on what life should look like for you. You are the writer of your story. This right here is the biggest thing that you need to do if you want some sort of change. You need to show up consistently even when you don't want to. If you're laying in bed and you're like, oh, I really can't today. I really just don't feel like it. I want you to be aware of that thought and I want you to immediately spring up and spring into action. Once you get going, that's it. That's it. You got to show up even if you don't want to. You got to be consistent. And you getting up when you're tired, you getting up when you had a bad day yesterday, you getting up and doing those things anyway is discipline. And when you start doing that every single day, you're going to become so proud of yourself. And that feeling is going to feel so good. You're going to want to do it over and over and over and over again. So just keep showing up consistently, regardless of how you feel. Start working on your discipline. It's so important. Now, I know life gets hard. You might have had a really bad argument with your boyfriend. You might be on the verge of divorce. You might have lost a job. You might have lost a family member. There's so many things that can go on in life that can completely derail you, but it only derails you if you let it. I feel like we're taught to sit in our feelings and just mope in them for long, extended periods of time. And people make you feel okay for doing that. And they're like, it's okay. She's going through something. And they let you go through it for years. For years. I'm here to tell you that how you feel is a matter of choice. Okay? If you open up an app and somebody said something that triggers you and you take offense is a matter of choice. You could be offended, or you could choose to be indifferent and move on because what they're talking about doesn't matter because that's how sure you are of yourself. You are the writer of your story. You are in control of how you feel. It's something that I'm learning every single day. And the more I take control of my feelings, the better life becomes for me. Guys, my life has transformed dramatically over the past year. I started different habits last year. And that is the only reason why in 2024, I have seen some level of success. But for 2025, I want that to go through the roof. And in order for that to go through the roof, I need to be locked in for the last 80 days of this year. That means I need to take it up a notch. I had some moments in the beginning of the year where I kind of fell and I kind of went through stuff. I got sick and things kind of like held me back. But at the same time, I was sitting in it. I was letting those things control me. I was letting those things take away my commitment to myself. I used them as excuses to not do certain things. And it reflected in how some of those months went for me. It wasn't until I forced myself to get up in pain to do the things that I knew was going to contribute to my success that life really started to move for me. I'm just like you. We aren't any different. There's not one thing that I have over you that makes me better. There just isn't. We are just as special. We both have the same capabilities. The only difference between you and me is just a matter of choice. What are you willing to do? What are you choosing to do on a daily basis? Getting up, sitting in front of this camera, filming is a choice because it's a Saturday. I could be in my bed. There's so many things that I could be doing other than this. I could be on TikTok. I could be on Instagram scrolling hours on end, but I'm not. I'm doing the things that I know I need to do to put me in the position where I want to be in 2025 and beyond. I have come such a long way, sis, but I did not get here by sitting on my butt. I did not get here by waiting for motivation. I got here by taking action and staying consistent with those actions and being disciplined. And all I'm telling you is that that's all you need to do in order for you to be who you want to be. Like I said, you need to choose which level of discomfort that you're willing to go through. Either you're uncomfortable in your life. It could be you don't like the neighborhood that you live in. You're uncomfortable there. Guess what, sis? Newsflash, you can move. You can get out of that neighborhood. You aren't stuck there. The only thing that keeps you stuck there is you. I hope you know that. You have the ability to make a change, but do you really want the change, or are you comfortable? If you're comfortable, then you're good. This video isn't for you. I want the one that's uncomfortable. The one who's like, nah, this is not all I want out of life. I want more. I want more. I can see it. I can feel it. I can taste it. Now it's time to cook. Okay? The next 80 days can really be a turning point for you. Or it can be like every other year where you say you're going to do something and then you break that promise to yourself and then you actually do nothing. And then you end up disappointed and beating yourself up about it. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? I want you to make a promise to yourself that you're going to do the things that's necessary to make the changes that you want to see in your life. And I want you to make that promise, and I want you to hold yourself to that promise the same way you would hold another person who promised you that they were going to do something. Hold yourself to that same standard that you would hold another person who made a promise to you, and know that you cannot break it. Because how disappointing would that be? How could you want anybody to make good on their promises to you, and you won't even make good on promises that you made to yourself? You have 80 days left. Let's make them count. If you want a full guide on how to glow up for the year of 2025, go ahead and watch this video right here.